Hi guys, so in this tutorial we're gonna speak about templates and inheritance, right? So I'm also gonna teach you how to render templates, which I feel like is the most it's more important, for this lesson. So as you can see here in our views.py inside our app, which is manager, we only return HTTP response. But then if we want to return the templates into the browser, so the question is, how do we do that? So for example, I'm gonna show you how to create where to put your template. So you right click on your manager app folder, and then you create a folder which is named templates, right? And then within that folder you create another folder which is named manager. So this folder should have the same name as your app, right? And then within this manager folder, this is where we're gonna put our HTML templates, right? So let's put our template here. Let's name it index, right? So what's next? Now we want to render this template into the browser, right? So how do we do that? Let's say maybe hello world, right? So we want to render this and to make it appear on the browser, right? So we're gonna attach it to this link, to this view, which is called home, right? So how do you render it? You're gonna use the function render instead of HTTP response, and then this function takes in a request, and then we need to mention which template that we want to render. In this case we want to render the index, right? So it's going to be manager slash, then we're gonna put the name of our template, which is index.html, right? And then let's go check if it appears. So you see, we have successfully rendered the template, right? So in this lesson, what are we going to do? So in this lesson, since we are creating a CRM, which is a customer relations manager, we will name our templates dashboard, products, and custom, right? So how do we create? Let's create those templates. So the first one is dashboard, and we're gonna also create customer, and then we're gonna create products, right? So now we go to our views. So we're gonna render the dashboard template over this view. So instead of index, we're gonna replace index with dashboard. So it's going to be dashboard HTML, and then we will have customer. So instead of HTTP, we're gonna render again, and then let me just copy this, and then let me paste it here. So this is going to be customer, and then we will create another view which we will call products. Same story, take in the request, and it's gonna return it's gonna return this. So we will have products here. We're gonna render it here. So now, since we have changed our view, we also need to change our URL patterns, right, using these view functions. So let's go to our URLs. You see, instead of contact we had customer, we also have products, right? So here we're gonna put home as it is. We leave it as it is because we didn't remove that view function. Then we're also gonna put another URL for products, so we might name it. So when you type this on the browser, it's gonna direct you to this view, right? This view has that template that the user has requested on the browser. So actually this is product, and this one is gonna be customer. So for styling, we have to use this link here, which is we W3 schools. You know, it helps you when you are like working on your front end designs. So yeah, so we can first do our top bar, right? So you can go to browser and search for top nav bar, this one, right? And then you go here, and they will give you the HTML, right? So you're gonna copy this HTML. So this is actually the design. You see, this is the design we're gonna get. So you go to your project, and then you go to main.py, you paste that code here. This is for the navigation bar, and then you go back again. Now we're gonna search for the footer, right? So you can search for footer CSS. So you go here. Actually I forgot to copy the CSS, but then no problem. So here we only have the CSS. No, so let me just search for the HTML CSS so that we get both of them, right? So so we have both of them. So here is the CSS, right? This is the CSS for the designer. But then let me check. So we're gonna use this one. Let's see. Yeah, let's just copy this. Just copy this, copy, and then we paste it here within the body, right? So inside main.html. So we go to CSS, and then we copy the style of that footer, right? So we have the HTML right here, and then we go down, and then here within style you only take the footer. You take this one, copy, and then you paste it here on your CSS file. And then we also have to go back to what we searched before, and then we have to go in here, and then we also have to copy the CSS for our navigation. So it's here, and then we have to copy, and then we paste here, right? So what are we gonna do next? So we know that we have to load in order to link our HTML with our CSS, you see. So we know that our CSS is within static files, static folder, right? So we need to first load this, load static, right? So Django is gonna do this, and then we have to link, and then real, it's a style sheet, and then we have to put the href, and then we're gonna put we're gonna link our CSS file with our HTML file using this link, right? Remember, our CSS is within the static file. So, and then you see static file, and then inside static file we have manager folder slash we have style dot CSS, right? So this is our main, right? It has the top navbar, and then it also has the footer, right? So we need to put this in each and every folder, and in each and every file, I mean template, right? So but then before we do that, we need to go to our app, and then we go to views. So you remember we didn't have templates before, so we were returning HTTP response, but now we don't need HTTP response because we have templates. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna put in the dashboard, dashboard, and then so here is gonna be product, and then here is gonna be render. So here we're gonna put this, so which template that we're gonna render here is the product.html template, right? And then what else is the customer, right? This one here. So we're gonna render customer, right? So I'm gonna name this view customer, and then we always respond to the user's requests, and then we have copy paste. So yeah, let me just do this, and then we delete this, right? So yes, we have created for home, it's dashboard, products. So we have products, so you need to be careful with the spelling error. And then here we have customer, right? So we need to also edit our URLs in our app, right? So now we don't have contact because we deleted this view. So now we have product, now we have customer, right? So home is home, didn't change, only change the template. So we're gonna say here product, right? We're gonna just say product, and then here we're gonna put product also. And then here again we're gonna put customer, and here again we're gonna create customer, change name to customer. And also here I'm gonna change name to product. You can call it product or products, up to you. So the next thing we are going to do, we'll create main.html, right? So we have main.html. So this remember that on each page we are going to have navigation bar, top navigation bar, and then footer, right? So the other we could have, like on each page, like on the customer template, we could have coded, we could have written the code for the top bar and for the navigation bar, and also for products and for the dashboard. But then there is another way to do it. You know, Django gives us that functionality in order for us, you know, to not repeat ourselves. You know, it makes it easier for us, you know, to inherit, you know, the templates from one template to another, right? Without like coding the whole thing. So let's create our navigation bar on this template and a footer, right? So how are we gonna do that? You should create this file which is called, right, static, and then within it we have manager, and then we have this file CSS. I mean, I already done it, so I think it's better for me to delete everything so that I can better explain to you. So what we're gonna do, you can go, there are websites which give us like there is this website which is called W3 Schools, right? And this website, if you don't want to waste time, you can just come to this website and copy the HTML and CSS code, right? So for the top bar, so this is going to be our design, right? And then below we have the HTML. So we're gonna copy this and then paste it on our project. We're gonna paste it here on main. The other thing we need to do, we also need to copy this part. This is the CSS, right? Copy. So you go to your style.css right here and then paste it here. So now we have to do our our footer, right? So let's go ahead, go to your browser and search for footer CSS. We are redirected to the same web page. We do the same thing. We copy, as you can see, we have both the CSS and HTML in the same place, so you need to be careful with that. Make sure that you only copy and paste the footer HTML. So we also have to copy and paste the CSS. So between the style tags, just copy this, and then we paste it here on style.css, right? So what is the next step? The next step is to load those files into our HTML, right? So let me check. We have manager, so we still have nothing here. So what we're gonna do, we will go to our template, main template, and then we're gonna load static, right? So we're gonna load static. You just say static. Now you just have to say load static. And then since we have loaded static, now we can link our CSS to our HTML template by saying link, and then real, it's a style sheet, and then we have to provide the link where our CSS is located, right? So we're gonna say like this, and then we're gonna mention static. So, and then we know that, as you can see here, it's static, and then within static we have manager. So manager slash, and then we have style.css. So now our CSS is loaded. So what you can do this. First, let's go to our, as you can see, let me run the server. I'll go to CRM first, and then I'll run the command python manage.py, and then I'll run the server. As you can see, currently on our home page we have nothing. So as we can see, this is the dashboard template, right? And we see that on the dashboard template we have nothing, right? But then we want to display the footer and the top navigation bar. So we're gonna, from this template, we're gonna run this command here, extends, right? We're gonna write this line of code, not command, sorry. So we're gonna put this line of code, and then let's refresh our page and see. As you can see, so we have inherited from the main.html, right? So how do you load the content? So we can come here, and then between these devs you can write block content. You can give it a name, content, whatever name you want to give it, and then we have to end block, right? And then we can go to our dashboard template. So we go to our dashboard, and then we just paste and then we can write this line of code, which is block content, and then we're gonna write end block, and then between end block we can write whatever we wanna write. Let's write dashboard. How do we write? It's dashboard, sorry, but dashboard. So let's go and refresh. As you can see, we have dashboard there. We can also do that for the other pages, like we can just copy this, go to customer. Let me check first. So for customer, we have to fix this, right? And then as we can see, the URL which has the customer template is this one. So let's go ahead and load it on our browser. You can just say customer. You see, it has nothing, but then if we go to customer template, and then we just copy this, paste it here, and then we just write here customer. If we refresh, you're gonna get that in this URL, right? So this is what we call template inheritance. You can go ahead and also do for the products, and then go to the URL products. You see, you also get that. So this, the navigation bar and the footer, they all come from the main HTML, right? So the next thing we are going to do right now, we will update our templates, products, the product template, and the dashboard customer template. So I have created my own templates, right? My own template style. So you will have to, in this case, you just need to create your own, your own template layout, right? Because it's gonna take us a lot of time, when we are dealing with when I have to explain like my template. So it's better for you to create your own, similar to mine, any style, So I created mine. It's quite simple, So I'm gonna start with the dashboard template. So I have this one. I'm gonna copy this one, and then I'm going to paste it here on dashboard. So you see, as you can see, let me run the server. Then when I click on the link, we only have dashboard. So then I paste the code that I prepared. So this is my style of the style of my template is like this, right? You can create a similar one to this one, but you should have like the table, the first table, the second table, and the third one. But the style, it will depend on you. You will take it from here. So there was something else I didn't put, so I have to put the button, the create order button. I'm gonna copy this button, and then I'm gonna paste it on top of this table. Paste. Let me see what's gonna happen. That means it's a create order, right? Let me go back and check. So create owner, create customer, and then we have these. So these values that are here, they are not from the database. As the series progresses, you will see that we need to display values from the database to these tables, right? So let me do the same. I also prepared code for customer, so I'm just gonna copy everything here. I'm gonna copy this one, then I'll paste it, replace this with this. So let me check if everything is in order. Yes. So let's go to customer and check. So yes, you should have these, but then like I said before, the styling depends on you, how you create it. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm gonna also copy for products. So the products, I'm gonna also do the same thing. I'm gonna copy and then I'll paste it here. Then I'll just delete this. Now let me check first before I delete. I have to check. So I have like products. Is it product or product? Yeah, product. So we have product, name of the product, category, the price. So these values, we will have to put values from the database here. We'll have to replace these values with the values from the database. So yes, this is our design, right? So it will depend on you how you create your own design. I would, for this tutorial series, I think the most important thing is that we need to understand the back end, right? We don't have to worry that much about the front end. The most important part that I feel like, since we are beginners, we need to understand the back end. Yes. I think this is the end of the lesson. I'll see you to the next one. Yes.